I've been meaning to do this video for quite some time. The unfortunate fact is, I will have to classify it as a philosophy, since I have no proofs other than what we might observe within its reality. Now the main premise of the video is to try and discuss the idea behind everyone's individual reality. It's my assertion that we are all within our own individual realities. Now before I go into too much depth on this, I would like to explain what I mean, as that statement might be misconstrued. But it's going to be hard to try and get the idea across entirely, as it is with most concepts. But we will try. The statement is, we are within and create our own reality. Now from the observation, there is obviously as well a shared reality, that being our physical cooperative adventure. But within that, each and every individual has their own reality. And what I mean by this is not just a superficial level of someone's beliefs being different and therefore they see the world differently, but more in depth that the reality is truly uniquely theirs. What I mean by this is the individuality of that which is observing and perceiving the reality. We cannot tell with any assurity that anyone else views reality the same as us. We have to assume that our view of reality is uniquely our own. And although we do have that shared commonality that we agree upon within physical reality, there too seems to be some deviations. As we view our reality, everything that we perceive is put through the filters of our beliefs and how reality should be. It can be observed that over time there is a shift of this reality, not majorly from what we perceive as physical, but what we perceive internally, how we think about reality, how we think about ourselves, and what we think it all is. An example might be of you as a child may have perceived reality differently than you perceive it today, so the reality is different for you. Here I'm going to make the observation of what we can see and find out if there is any validity to this idea. One of the main attributes of this reality is diversity. There seems to be nothing that is alike. Everything is unique, every person unique. So it would be no great leap to assume that everybody has their own unique and individual viewpoint of reality, this making it unique to them. But I mean that we create our reality and are within our own reality on a still deeper level. At a surface level, we can observe physical reality, and here we find the diversity that seems to be a law of that reality. Even within identical twins, they have a different viewpoint, may grow to have different views of reality, and we cannot express that their experience of reality is the same. Physically, they are similar, but even their fingerprints are different. So we have to accept that diversity as part of the nature of what this reality is. The problems arise when we insist that our view of reality is correct, and I understand this applies to me as well. I can only say that I have my own view of reality, and what things I might observe, understand, or believe are just that, my understanding. Even within the sentence, and what I have said so far, I can only put out the meaning that I'm trying to get across, but I have no way of knowing if you are hearing and understanding exactly what that meaning is. And I've come to the point where I can understand that we are within our own realities, and therefore able to accept that. It's the ones that absolutely have a license on truth, and their reality is the only one acceptable, and therefore they strive to get everybody along and within their line of their reality and thinking. By the observations of our reality, that seems to be entirely impossible. My case in point are the observations of religion, politics, or anywhere else where there is a mandate of having the truth and being right, and everybody else must follow suit to the reality I know is right. This is the major contributor to all conflicts. Within religion we see it in the diversity even of today. It is inevitable that there be divisions, because at some point the realities must have a distinct diversity, because of the seeming law of diversity within this reality. So say within a religious context, a church group of people would start with similar ideas, or convince enough people of those ideas, but eventually there comes divisions. Somebody sees it in just a little bit different way, branches out into a new denomination, and on it goes that way, until the denominations are battling it out for what was, or what is supposed to be, the truth. This is true almost of all religions, that demand that they have the truth in the only way. And as long as that idea is kept, there will be no peace amongst them. It's my hope someday that humanity will reach that level of accepting the diversity and other versions of reality that other people have, with the acceptance that it is their reality. Politics are not immune to this, and the divisions become more pronounced over time. In most cases, I do not see this as necessarily a good thing. However, within all of it, it is the way the universe is working for its own goals of the diversity of all realities and perceptions it can perceive. All of this being said, I hope some of it to be understood well enough for the acceptance of others to have their own reality. And although you may be wondering why I'm speaking, that I have to convince you of this for some reason, I do not, in any of my teachings, need to convince you. I am here to inform you, and under the premises of this as a philosophy, just to let you think and make up your own minds. Thank you.